MA087 chapter 2.5 the order of operations. Okay, when you simplify an expression, we have to follow the order of these operations. So it is called PEMDAS or PEDMAS. Okay, I will exchange this M and D. Okay, first of all, you have to do all the expressions inside the parentheses. P means parentheses. Okay, parentheses. So step 1 is to simplify all operations inside the parentheses. That's important. And then the next step is, if there is any exponent expressions, then simplify those numerical expressions containing the exponents. So E stands for exponents. So parentheses first, next is the exponent, and the third step is multiplication and division together. So when there is an expression together with multiplication and division, or division or multiplication, we will simplify this from left to right. This is really, really important. Okay, multiplication, for PEMDAS, it looks like multiplication first, but actually it is not. If there is an expression containing multiplication and division, then you have to do what? Simplify from left to right. Simplify from left to right. Okay? Not multiplication first. It is incorrect. You have to simplify multiplication or division, whatever it comes first. So we will simplify this from left to right. Okay, that's the third step. And the last step is addition and subtraction. So, when there's an addition and subtraction, what do we do? You can just do it from left to right for safe. Or you may apply, commutative property or associative property, whatever you like. So for addition and subtraction, it's not a big deal. But for the multiplication and division, you have to simplify from what? Left to right. Left to right. Okay, let's try some examples. This section is really simple. You won't take much, because once we know the order, what you have to do is just practice. Okay, how about this one? Here is -3 squared. Then how would you simplify this? Okay, this is an exponent, right? Exponent. This is an exponential form, and the base is -3. This means the base. Now the number -3 is within the parentheses. This means the base is protected by the parentheses. So you are multiplying the base twice because the exponent is 2, right? So let's multiply -3, which is the base, twice. Then negative times negative is positive, and 3 times 3 is 9. So this will be positive 9. So there will be no problem with this. But how about this one? Negative, and then the base is now 3 squared. What is this? Okay, this means this is the actually we read this one like this. This is opposite of what? -3 squared, isn't it? Opposite of -3 squared. So opposite stays outside, and 3 squared. So this means this 3 is multiplied what? The 3 is multiplied twice. So there will be -9. Does it make sense? So the exponential form, in this case, the exponential form is 3 squared. Okay, 3 squared, which means 3 times 3. So that is 9, right? And then there's the opposite, negative sign outside. So put the negative sign outside. Like this. Okay, then let's try another one. How about, what if we have an expression like this, -3 squared? So what is the base in this case? Okay, so this one is actually same as what? Same as, let me write it, same as -3 squared. So this is same as this one, same as this. Okay, now the base, in this case, the base is 3, not negative 3. Really important. So when there is an exponential form, make sure the base must be within the parentheses. Otherwise, it will be just a number. So the number below this 2 is 3, not negative 3. Negative is outside. Okay, this is the opposite of what? Opposite of 3 squared. Okay, so my negative sign, opposite of 3 times 3. Okay, so that's negative 9, which is negative 9. Okay, you don't have to follow all this step. What you have to do is find out what the base is for this exponential form. So for the first one is what? The base is negative 3, so multiply negative 3 twice. How about the second exponential form? The base is 3. In this case, the base is parentheses. So multiply what's inside the parentheses twice. The negative sign stays outside. The third one, the base is 3. The base is 3, right? So negative stays outside, and then the base 3 is multiplied twice. A very, very important concept, this one. And then let's try evaluate. Okay, example. Okay, now evaluate AB minus b squared, and then the value of a is 2, and the value of the variable b is negative 6. Okay, when you evaluate an expression, what do we do first? Replace, right? Replace a and b with its value. So a and b, what is a? A is 2, so why don't we write 2? So ab means a times b, right? A times b. And b, the value of b is negative 6. So put negative 6. But if a number is negative, it is better to put parentheses, because we can protect the negative number. Then minus b squared. So b is negative 6. So b squared means b is multiplied twice. So the base is, since the base is b, make sure put parentheses negative 6 so that we can protect this negative 6. And negative 6 will be the base. So b squared is negative 2 parentheses squared. Can you see it? It's really, really important. So when there's negative sign, put parentheses. All right, then the first 2 is what? So from here, PEMDAS, right? PEMDAS. Is there any parentheses? Well, yes, there is, but in this case, the parentheses is just a negative number. So in this case, you don't have to simplify anything, just a negative number. Okay, and then how about the exponent? Remember PEMDAS? This one goes together. Okay, exponential form. Is there an exponential form? Yes, negative 6 squared. Yes, there is. So you can simplify the exponential form. Minus, this means negative 6 is multiplied what? Twice, right? Multiplied twice. So that is positive 36. Okay, then what do we have? There's no parentheses. Your parentheses is just a number, so we already simplified the parentheses. An exponential form we just completed. So next term is what? Multiplication and division. Here it is a multiplication, right? 2 times negative 6. So 2 times negative 6. Here's another multiplication. So we can simplify these two. So 2 times negative 6 is negative 12 minus, okay, multiply these two. Negative 6 times negative 6 is what? 36, right? 36. And then, so we just completed multiplication. And next step is addition and subtraction. So this is a subtraction, right? Subtraction. Do you want to change this one to positive? Yes, then what's the next number? Negative 36, right? Then you are adding two numbers with the same sign. Then what do we do? Add the absolute value of these two numbers. So negative 12, negative 36, you are adding these two numbers, same sign. So add these two numbers. So, and then follow the sign. So negative, we want to follow the sign, which is negative. and the absolute value of these two numbers is 12 and 36. So add 12 and 36, that is 48. Right? Okay, so we have just completed this one, but there are so many examples in the textbook. So let's try another example as last one, and then let's try exercise, okay, homework. Okay, example 3. Another example. Okay, now let's simplify this. Simplify -3 squared. 5 minus 7 squared minus -9 divided by 3. So as you see this, there is a parenthesis, right? Parenthesis. So we can simplify the parenthesis first. How about -3? Okay, -3 is a parenthesis, but this one is already simplified because there's only one negative number. And this is also parenthesis, but this is a negative number already simplified. So what we have to do is simplify this parenthesis. Okay, so let me write it here. So there will be -3 squared, and then 5 minus 2 is -2 squared, negative. Let me write others as it is. We just simplify the simplified based on the order of operations, PEMDAS. Okay, so what we did is we just parentheses, completed simplified parentheses. Simplified parentheses, right? Okay, next step. And then do we have exponent? Yes, here is an exponent. Here is 2, right? 2. Exponential form, right? Exponential form. Another exponential form. So let's simplify the exponential form. Okay, so this means -3 is multiplied twice, right? -3 is multiplied twice. That is what? 9 times. Also, -2 is multiplied twice. -2 times -2, that is +4. Okay, minus 9 divided by 3. Sorry, this is -9, right? This is -9, right? -9. Okay, -9. Okay, so what we did is from here, from this state, we just simplified what? The exponent, or exponents. Okay, next step. Is there any multiplication and division? Yes, here is a multiplication, here's a division, right? So we can simplify this, each of this. So 9 times 4 is 36, minus -9 divided by 3 is -3. Okay, then this is equal to 36. Alright, so what we did is from here, we simplified what? Simplified multiplication and division, right? Division. And this one, this -3 means what? +3, right? +3. Opposite of -3 is +3. So this minus becomes plus. Then the answer is 39. Additional add. Okay. This example is pretty simple. So since there are so many questions in the exercise, please do the homework and then please check the homework. I will write the answers and the solutions, work to the solutions. So please refer to the homework. It's really important.